Hey guys and gals, Von Baden here with Nightmare Creations and the birds. Yes. Hopefully here soon be able to move them back outside once it gets a bit warmer out there, but not here to talk about that. On today's video, I'm going to cover something I've touched on in the past a little bit, but thought might be kind of useful to touch on again. And we are going to talk about those moments when your project goes astray and your seam lines don't match up. So stay tuned. Hey, here we are again. So something that dawned on me that I had covered before but not really got into too in-depth is those moments when either you're gonna have projects when you go to put your seams together where they don't exactly line up, or you get a little bit of a bubble and you can sand them down and all that fun stuff, or you get the gaps, you can do the caulk in it to kind of seal it over and hide it a bit. But there are going to be those moments also when you do something and the caulk is lumpy. In the case that I'm going to show you, you can sand it down and try to get it smooth. In the case of this, I ended up having to go back and sand down the caulk, and the sanding drums that I had were a little bit older, so they were getting gummed up, and it was leaving it kind of rough, and I wasn't really sure how long it would be before I could actually get out and get new drums. Just with the fun of COVID and everything, for a while there, I was trying not to go out anytime that wasn't absolutely necessary. So going out, getting new sanding drums and stuff like that was not on my top 10 priority of getting out. So, needless to say, I kind of pushed forward with this and figured I will go ahead and do the other thing is, if you can't hide it, highlight it. So I went through and have highlighted some of these areas, and I'll show that to you in a minute, kind of walk you through what I'm going to do to get rid of a lot of this other stuff. So my daughter wanted a Black Panther mask, which I have made. Now with this, there is this 2mm foam that's going around in certain areas that is to, number one, hide some of these bad seams, and this one has a lot of bad seams. And then I'm doing something else also, and I'm gonna kind of go over what I'm gonna do with the ones that are not going to get the 2mm EVA foam put on them. So first part was, and I've only done one side of this, as you can see, the nose here, because it's a very small patch. I mean, it's seriously that and that you're working with. So it was very difficult to get things to glue up right and things of that nature. And then with sanding and stuff, we've kind of got a little bit of some shaping that we'll have to do, but that's for a different video and a different story on a different day. But there is the seam line right here, which looks really bad, and it's the same seam line over here, but it disappears for the most part till you get into here. So the plan is I'm going to take the 2mm EVA foam to give it a little bit more areas of different layers and whatnot. I am going to also take, if you can see it, there is black Sharpie in here, and on the bridge of the nose, I think that's coming through. And what I will be doing, as you can see also on here, I've taken a black Sharpie and drew on there. I'll be taking my wood burning tool and I'll etch those out, and it will give me a place to add different colors to make those pop. And I'll be doing that along these edges here, around the eye, giving it details. Of course, I've got a ways to go on this, but once I go ahead and start burning these areas that the seams didn't come out good, I'll be able to go and hide as part of some of those burnt details or with the EVA foam details. So, you know, the saying is true. Once again, you know, if you cannot hide something, go ahead and highlight it and make it part of the design. You could also, with bad seam work, is you can go back and you can add battle damage to it to make it look that way. I know my daughter wanted some battle damage on this, and that'll be another thing that I will be adding to it once I get these little fine details done on it. So don't want to make this a super long video, but I did want to kind of cover that because it was something that I thought you guys might be finding useful to do and think of your own ways to maybe hide some bad seams or piece that kind of came out messed up, and go from there. So hopefully you found this video useful and helpful. If so, give it a thumbs up. You got any questions, comments, leave those down below. And I will see you all on the very next video. Thanks. Bye. This is Blondie.